Hello, all you freaks out there on the internet. It is I, the athletic brony, FritzRolle732, and welcome to FritzRolle732's movie reviews. Now, we got ourselves a very special episode, Best Fit for Month of Macabre, you guys, and it is my review on the latest 2018 Halloween movie, and I have to say, I absolutely love this movie. Now, before I get down into details, there will be spoilers ahead, so if you have not seen the movie, there's the X, click it now, and get the hell out. Otherwise, if you have seen the movie, you can stay. So to start things off with this movie, I have to say I absolutely loved it. The story, the score, got some old stuff and some new stuff in this movie. The performances to all the characters, most especially Jamie Lee Curtis to Laurie Strode, that one was amazing. And oh my gosh, Michael Myers is back in business, baby. Michael Myers is back in frickin' business. I absolutely just loved it overall. However, there were just three things that I kind of had a bit of a gripe on. To start things off with the bad moments, this one is actually the most frustrating. And it was the scene where the dad and his son stopped their truck and actually witnessed the bus crash. That whole scene I kind of got frustrated on because it could have gone a different way, but at the same time, my critic self was like, it actually does make sense. Let me be more specific. What happens in the scene is the dad checks it out. The son notices that his dad hasn't, been back in a while. And this actually jump cuts immediately. It just happens immediately. Just a few seconds after the dad is gone, he realizes, oh, where's my dad? And that's one thing. But that's not the main thing as to why I have a gripe with this one. The main thing is, by the time his son all of a sudden checks out, which by the way, he had a shotgun with him for protection, he comes back and so he was like, oh man, I gotta get the heck out of this one and call for help. As soon as he starts the car, all of a sudden Michael Myers pops up and I don't know what he's doing. He's like banging his head or something, like he's like rocking him just to knock him unconscious. But all of a sudden after that, we hear a snap. And then that's when we realize, oh my gosh, grown-up Michael Myers just killed a kid. That is the first time this has happened in any Halloween movie ever. Like seriously, where grown-up Michael Myers legit kills a kid. And when I saw that, in my head, I'm like, holy Michael Myers just killed a kid. And on the outside, I just felt my heart drop and I was just frozen still and I could not stop thinking about it. I was in this phase like throughout the whole movie. I was like, what the hell? Oh my gosh, like seriously. And what was sad was, if you look back to that whole scene and that whole setup where the kid and his dad were talking to the kid's death, we start to realize that the character, it kind of resembled something. Like, what happened was, he mentioned to his dad where, I don't like hunting. Want to do it during the weekends, but I would prefer dancing instead. That kind of reminds me of someone out there in the world, just anybody out there in the world, telling their parents they're out of the closet. It kind of resembled that, and I'm like, ah. And so I really felt bad for the kid. And right now I'm like, damn it, Universal, why you gotta kill off the creative people? Oh, you're just leaving our lives short, damn you. But whatever. My critic self was like, it does make sense for why this scene has to play out and stuff. But hey, the only way it would fit well for me is if it was a couple instead of a father and son, or if it would have been just like the trailer where the father and son all of a sudden, see the bus crash, and then all of a sudden we move on to the next scene. That would have fit better with me. But at the same time, I'm guessing this could have been the best they could have done. But who knows? As both a critic and as a fan, it does make sense. But at the same time, I'm just still frustrated. Oh well. Gripe number 2 for this movie was the fact that the cheating boyfriend of Allison, like we see him kissing another girl and he's just a complete douche, and so I'm like, I cannot wait to see Michael Myers him up. But guess what? He does not get killed in this movie. Instead, his buddy, who also was just as bad as a dick to her, all of a sudden gets killed. And it would have been better if to see the boyfriend die than to him die, but you know what? Whatever. A death's a death. Ugh, to a douchey character. But still, I was really anticipated to seeing that guy die. Like, seriously, he totally deserves it, but instead we did not get that. Instead, something tells me they deleted that scene out and it didn't make the cut. Ugh. That was number 2. The last one was the one that involved Noomis that I bet a lot of people have been talking about. And it was the one where Noomis turns his back on the sheriff. And so all of a sudden he gets Michael Myers into the cop car with Allison. So that way he drives him to Laurie and they start having a confrontation with each other. And he thought that with this confrontation going on, he might be able to witness Michael speak for the first time in a while. And when I saw that, I'm like, what? What the hell is going on? Like, what the hell? Just no. Like, that it would not. What makes you think that would work? That is not going to work. Instead, it's going to be the opposite. Michael's just going to Laurie up with no words. Like, seriously. Oh my god. No, it's not gonna work. And soon enough, it didn't, and his plan actually backfired because, spoiler alert, he ends up getting curb stomped in the face by frickin' Michael Myers. Like, his head is a melon, and Michael's foot is like a brick, just came down on him full force. And you might say he kinda got what he deserved. But other than those bad things out there, other than those 3 bad things out there, you guys, I still enjoyed the hell out of this movie. I love the drama, the horror, the action, and the comedy, especially that one scene where the black kid, Julian, is having a conversation with his babysitter Vicky. Like, that was the funniest scene. And Jamie Lee Curtis, oh my god, I gotta give you a bow. And because seriously, you are the queen of all scream queens out there, Laurie, because seriously, you were just so amazing. Like, you stole the show, and you still got it, Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, she did so well for her performances that the thing is, this movie was a direct sequel to the original, and they were going to play Laurie Strode as if she is not, and I repeat, not, Michael Myers' sister. When I actually went to this movie, I actually did not know about that. And after seeing it, I gotta say, it would have worked out better for, Jamie Lee Curtis's character, Laurie Strode, if she did play Michael Myers' sister. But at the same time, I gotta give special thanks to Jamie Lee Curtis's performance because it actually would have worked out the other way as well. So, who knows? I gotta say, who knows? It's your own story, and that's actually a thing. I actually saw something by one of the people I subscribe to, Jaxblade. I saw it on his review where he actually mentions that this movie is more like a choose-your-own-story type, and I gotta say I kind of agree because of Jamie Lee Curtis's performance. But, you know what? I'm just gonna let the movie do its thing and, let it tell its own story. I don't need to choose its story. Whatever its story it is, it's my story as well. So overall, loved it, loved the old stuff and the new stuff, like the score, the characters, the performances, just pretty much almost everything. It's just those 3 things, most especially that kid's death. But overall, if I had to give this movie a final rating, I give it a 9.25 out of 10. And in case you guys are wondering, this does make it as one of my top favorite horror movies of all time. But is it the very top? No. I would still prefer it barely over this one. Barely. It's just that one scene. If that one scene would have gone the other way, I think I would have said this one's my all-time favorite. This one's my all-time favorite. I mean, it was very entertaining and very funny, and I love the horror and action and stuff. But seriously, though, these 2 movies can go either way. But oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys want to check out my movie and MLP Grimdark Fanfic review series, they are on the top. If you guys want to check out the last episodes of the 2, they are in the bottom. And if you guys want to subscribe, it's right here in the middle. Also, click on the bell all as well. And be sure to follow me on Instagram at FritzRolle732. And with that being said, you guys, that's a wrap. See ya.